Hey everybody, tonight we are going to be learning multiplying and dividing with decimals. Starting off with multiplying decimals, it's actually very simple. You're going to perform the operation exactly the same way you normally would. And do not worry about the decimals until you get to the very end. So we'll work this problem right here. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 7, 35, plus 1 is 36. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3 is 23. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17. See, I'm not going to worry about my decimals yet. Go to your tens place, bring down your 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 4 is 4. And 1 times 3 is 3. Add 0, 8, 10, carry the 1, 7 and 8, 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12, and 3, 4, 5. Now that you have an answer, count the number of digits behind the decimal in each number. 1, 2, 3. Now count the same number of spaces from the right in your answer. 1, 2, 3. That's where you put your decimal. So our answer is 52 and 80 thousandths. Here's a problem for you to try. You're going to have to multiply and you're going to have to use decimals. Work it out on a sheet of paper, then come back and I'll work it for you and check your answer to see if you got it right. Here we go. Missy bought 4 tickets to the One Direction concert. She paid $125.64 for each ticket. How much did Missy spend on all 4 tickets? Okay, step 1, pull out your numbers. 4 represents the tickets Missy bought. $125.64 represents the cost for each ticket. Our clue words are each and how much did she spend on all 4 tickets. So what are we going to do to solve this? Looking at our clue word each, we're going to either divide or multiply. And since they gave us the price of 1 ticket and asked us to find the price of 4 tickets, then we know we have to multiply. So when we multiply, 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 6, 24, plus 1 is 25. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 is 22. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Okay, now we have to count the number of decimal places in each number. There are 1, 2 in the first number and 0 in the second number. So we're going to go over 1, 2 spaces and put our decimal place here. So our answer is $502.56. But we know we have to write a statement that starts with the word since. So your statement should say something like this. Since Missy bought 4 tickets and each ticket cost $125.64, she spent a total of $502.56 on all 4 tickets. Okay, now we're going to divide with decimals and the dividend. First thing you need to do is find your decimal and bring it straight up into the quotient. Now you can divide as normal. 24 goes into 75 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Subtract. 5 minus 2 is 3. Bring down your 3. 24 goes into 33 1 time. 1 times 24 is 24. 13 minus 4 is 9. Bring down the 6. 24 goes into 96 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Subtract 0. Your answer, 3 14/14. Now we'll check our answer. 3 14/14 times 24. 16, 5. Then you count your decimal places. 1, 2, 1, 2. 75 36/100. Here's another problem for you to work. So pause the video, work the problem, then come back and check your answer. Okay, step 1 is to pull out your numbers. So our first number was 5. The 5 represented the number of pizzas bought. The next number is $48.60, and that represents the total cost of pizzas. The next number is 12. 12 represents the number of teammates. Looking at our clue words, divided the cost evenly between them. That tells us that we're going to divide the cost evenly amongst the teammates. So there is one number that we don't have to use, and that's the number 5. We don't need to know how many pizzas they bought. We just need to use the total they spent and how many teammates there were. Now, working the problem, we have a decimal in the middle, so we bring that decimal up immediately. Bring it to the top. Now we divide. 12 goes into 48 4 times. 48 4 times 12 is 48. 0. Bring down your 6. 12 goes into 6 0 times. Bring down your 0. 12 goes into 60 5 times. 12 times 5 is 60. When we check our answer, $4.05 times 12. 5 times 2 is 10. 0, 1, 8. 0, 5, 0, 4. 0, 6, 8, 4. Count your decimal places. 1, 2, 1, 2. Put your decimal here, $48.60. Remember, you have to write a statement to end your story problem, and it must start with the word since. Using the word since, your statement should say something like this. Since there were 12 teammates and they divided the cost of the pizzas evenly between themselves, the total cost of the pizza was $48.60. So $48.60 divided by 12 is $4.05. That's how much each person had to pay. Sometimes it's necessary to add a decimal to the dividend. This usually happens when you're dividing a smaller number by a larger one. For example, 18 divided by 24. There are no groups of 24 in 18, so we can add a decimal and a 0. Now we bring the decimal up to the quotient, and now we can divide 24 into 180. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry the 2. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 2 is 16. Subtract. 10 minus 8 is 2. 7 minus 6 is 1. We can add another 0 if we need to continue to divide until we get to the hundredths or the thousandths place. Bring down the 0. Now 24 goes into 125 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12. 0. So your answer is 75 hundredths. That's all for tonight. We will have a little quiz tomorrow on decimals and all that we've learned this week. See you tomorrow. Bye.